Thank you, Jack Frost, for the urine analysis. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1414 of What You Up To Now. Documenting the journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business, over 48 years in different business ownership, and over a quarter century of that in corporate America. Just sharing the lessons that I've learned, the good, the bad, the ugly, of running businesses both offline and online. Now, I've been online since 2017, really 2018. 2017 was a very big learning year, and I can't say that I did a whole lot. I did a lot of training, a lot of learning. I was definitely in one of those learning loops where you're learning. You're going down different rabbit holes, and you keep thinking you have to learn more in order to do anything. So 2017, and I had health challenges in 2017 as well that laid me up for about 3 months. Not really 3 months. It was more like 3 weeks, but it was like a 3-month process that I got to use as an excuse for not getting certain things done. And for being scared to do certain things. Now, today we created 3 pieces of content, including this, but I don't really count this as a piece of content. It's more of a talking journal of keeping track of what I'm doing. Since my vision's tanked in the last couple of years, I do everything with tools and magnifying glasses, magnifying sheets, big screen TVs, enlargers, things like that, so that I can continue to function and do the things I want to do, even though I have very, very, very poor vision, like legally blind vision. So today we created 3 pieces of content. And the Supersize Your Business group, we created, we do an idiom every day. We're doing an idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? We're well over 1,000 now. I'm not sure how many we've done, but it's definitely over 1,000. And what we do is we talk about, I pick an idiom. I had a book originally that I did these for. I started doing it as when I was moving. I wanted to have something that I could quickly create a piece of content on. And it soon became a challenge for myself to do. It was a book of 600 idioms, English idioms. I'd gotten it for my kids and they never even opened it. So as I was moving, I found this book and I'm like, well, this is interesting. These are really interesting. It had the history of different idioms, what they meant, and then where they came from. And I started out, I was just going to do it while I was moving. And then I kind of got hooked, finding out what things meant, where they came from, and then tying them to business and to our life. How do they relate to, or how could they relate to our business? Now, if something's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, or even thousands of years, do you think it might have impacted you or people that you interact with when you're growing and building and supersizing your business? Well, absolutely. Some will, some won't. There's a couple I've actually never even ever heard of. And then there's others that I thought meant something that they mean something entirely different. And there's still others that I just, there's ones we like and don't like. Just like words, there's words we all like and don't like. It's up to us to decide what everything means to us and how we are or are not going to use it or apply it in our lives. So our idiom today was Jack Frost nipping at your nose, which is why I have Elsa, because supposedly there's some lore where Elsa from the Disney franchise, Frozen and Frozen 2, etc., is somehow related to or involved with Jack Frost. I don't know. I've only seen the movies. I think I've seen the second one a couple times with my granddaughter, my older granddaughter. And the first one, geez, I think it was years before I saw the first one. It was probably after my granddaughter was born. So not particularly familiar with the story, but the history on Jack Frost is a little bit confusing and varied and not really clear, as well as is often the information that we have when we're growing and building and supersizing our business. We don't always have all the information. We have to do the best we can with what we've got to understand and make the best decisions we can for our business. So talk about the tie-in between Jack Frost and misinformation and preparing for harsh weather, etc., and what we do to plan for seasonality in our businesses and, varying external conditions to our business. The economy changes, inflation changes, the political environment changes as we're growing our business. How do we prepare ourselves, and what are we doing to either interact with that or absolutely positively not interact with it, do our own thing, create our own little universe that is our business and what we're trying to create in the world in spite of the things that are going on around us. I'm a big believer in do it and do what's right for you in spite of all the nonsense that's going on outside of you. Because guess what? There's always been and always will be stuff going on outside of us that we just don't have to be bothered with. Our Get Up and Go challenge today, day 13, we're talking about our financial health. There's, the 9 areas and aspects of our life that we discussed during the free 30-day Get Up and Go challenge. I've been doing it since the beginning of the pandemic. This is our 10th time through the 30-day one. And today we talked about the urine analysis, which is a way of comparing diverse options, making a decision on what option to go with, and then taking action right away, which is the A of the SOAP framework. Story, options, analysis, and action, really. Because you have to decide among alternatives before you can take action on the alternative you're going to take action on. Sometimes we know exactly what we need to do and we immediately take action. That, I would say, for the vast majority of us is the exception, not the rule. So that was our Get Up and Go challenge today. And our thanking people. Our Do One Thing Every Day That Centers Us annual challenge today was about thanking people for something. So we're sharing somebody that we thanked and what we thanked them for. And I already did mine, a whole list of people that I'm thanking and what I'm thankful for from them. So that's it. That's our few pieces of content. As part of the urine analysis and the financial thing, I am creating a product, probably a smaller product, to launch in the next week. So that's going to be a challenge for me. Because I like to do and demonstrate what it is that I am sharing the challenge. If I can do it, you can do it. So I will decide among alternatives and figure out what it's going to be and launch that and share that. I don't know if I'll do a funnel or if I'll just do a Facebook announcement or what I'll do, but I'll figure out something. Since it's a smaller thing and a quicker thing, I don't know. I have obviously not chosen among alternatives yet and decided exactly what I'm going to do. And it's the holidays, so there's a lot going on to consider and do, as well as business-related things, right? End of year stuff, next year planning things to put in place, pieces to put together. It's like puzzle pieces, right? Our lives are big puzzle pieces we're always putting together. So if I can help you in any way, if you're struggling with something, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow just to let you know what I'm doing, what's working, what's not working, what I'm thinking about. I had weird dreams last night, so I'm thinking about, I had a dream that I had gone back and gotten a job in a union shop, and I was having a discussion with the union rep, and he was giving me a hard time about a project I was working on, and I was like, oh my God, talk about flashbacks from decades ago. It was pretty funny, but I woke up and I'm like, really? Where did that come from? Not sure where it came from. Maybe it came from brainstorming alternatives and options for the challenge, but boy, it was kind of funny. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll be with you tomorrow.